Morning, everybody. It is Friday, and it is Football Friday, as a matter of fact. Totally different intro because why? I got this guy sitting next to me, Tim Nichols. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, really.
Hey, it's good to be back in the seat.
All right. So Tim is filling in today. Mike out enjoying himself. We wish him the best. I'm going to let him pass because next week I'm doing the exact same thing. So selfishly, I get to hang out with you today, Tim.
But he's got a good excuse, right?
Yeah. What I don't know. What is it?
20 years? Did I hear something about that?
20 years. So congratulations.
Happy anniversary, Mike.
On 20 years. It's probably better for his wife that she survived him for 20 years, right?
Well, there is something to say about that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right. His work wife here, myself, I can give him a hard time a little bit about that. So I missed Mike today, but Tim's filling in and we're gonna rock through it. So let's jump into the scores.
Good to be here.
Yep, let's jump into the scores.
Go for it.
All right, so right off the rip, Walsh takes it to St. Ignatius 31-0. Barberton jumps all over Cuyahoga Falls 35-6. Highland 41 over Aurora. That was one of our pick'ems last week.
It was. Yeah. Aurora having a down year. Highland maybe.
Highland is I really think they're going to test Avon this year. I really see that taking off. Kenston beats Bookdale 21-18. My 1040 cannot get going at all whatsoever. Hoban rolls all over East 52-0. Alliance 26-0 over Ellet. Willoughby South took on Firestone 49-7. Mike, or not Mike, because Mike would have gotten excited.
Mike, right?
Tim, you want to read the next one? Because I know you're excited.
CVCA 56.
Mike. Gosh, I'm going to keep doing it. I just keep calling him Mike. I miss Mike so much.
Oh, well.
No, I'm sorry. All right,
56-0. CVCA over Garfield. It was over early. What you need to know is Joey Kopech had one carry.
Okay.
It was a touchdown. The seventh string running back was the leading rusher.
Wait, say that again?
Seventh string running back was the leading rusher.
You guys got 7 running backs?
It is.
What
deep.
are you guys letting 8th graders rush now or what? How many kids you guys got over there in CVCA?
It is a deep backfield.
Jeez,
we'll talk more about them in a little bit.
All right,
but Garfield gave a good fight.
That's actually where I should have went to high school.
Is it?
Yes, I lived in the Garfield School District, and a little bit of a Ram, and in heart because my family.
The Golden Rams.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so moving along, Lexington beat North 70-0. Warren Harding beat St. V 42-6. I did go to St. V, and that's not going well.
It has been a rough time of it.
It is. Hopefully, they've got some freshmen. They're excited about over there, and they're definitely talking them up. So hopefully,
going to take a while.
It's going to take a little bit for I think the Irish.
But they scored, which is the first time this year I believe that has happened.
I heard that as well, but then someone told me it was a defensive touchdown.
Well, it still counts on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so
it looks good in the box
enough
score.
Room on the scoreboard for a number, not a story, right, Tim?
Yes.
Moving along there, but all right. Revere takes on Kent Roosevelt 28-14, beat them. Copley 49-7 over Talmadge. Twinsburg 45.
Stop.
Over Stowe
4-0. Twinsburg 4-0.
Oh, you just want to talk about them because they're a pick'em this week.
They are. We'll get to them.
Did you study?
I've been, I live in Solon, so
Twinsburg
right down the road
over there. That's what's going on.
Yes.
Hopefully you do better than Mike. Mike's 2 games behind me, I believe, this year. So, Wadsworth 48 to North Royalton's 14. Hudson 35-3 over Solon. Nordonia, who is taking on Nordonia's on a roll. I'm telling you.
I read at the beginning of the year it's a rebuilding year at Nordonia.
Yeah, good luck with
and they have rebuilt.
Very quickly.
Yes.
Very quickly. 23-13 winner over Brecksville. Manchester, I was at this game.
You got some good highlights
35-17 over Canton South. Going into that, Mike had kind of mentioned he'd seen Canton South play a little bit, and he thought that maybe that Manchester would kind of roll there. Canton South has got a really big quarterback down there. This kid's got a huge arm.
He transferred in, and he's right in the QB1 spot.
Oh,
he's got an arm.
They've got some receivers out there. They like to play, that RPO action. But I was impressed with Canton South, but Manchester, it's like in the beginning, I think they thought they were just going to roll, and Canton South threw a pretty good punch. Manchester went back and forth, but then when it hit a stride of a couple of runs, quarterback draws up the middle. The running game just got rolling for Manchester, so that'll be exciting.
The lines are where Canton South needs some help.
Exactly. So over to some Fed action. Hoover beats Green 27-21. It was a game that I had heard because I'm a bulldog by tax-paying code. So they fought back into it. Green is up and down too. They're kind of saying that they're rebuilding, but they've got a lot of kids over there. do not quit, but Hoover has shocked me tremendously this year.
They're off to a great start.
I was not expecting them to be sitting where they are right now, and with a huge matchup tonight that, again,
we'll talk more about
later.
Yes.
That's just a key thing we're going to keep saying here. Lake 35 to 15 from Perry. Lake, even though they lost Ty to George, they're good, and they are huge on the offensive line. I mean, their offensive line is every bit a 6'3", 6'4" taller.
They'll be a test to anyone every week.
I'm kind of interested to see how this rolls out and they get into the Division II run. I think Massillon might have a little problem if Lake gets to see him and maybe somewhere in the playoffs, but that's just that's a long prediction out of me.
Down the road.
I like to do that stuff.
We're halfway through today.
We're halfway through the season too, almost.
How did that happen?
I don't know. You blinked, man. And
Norton.
then you get to be here. You're just excited you're here today, too.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Bud. All right, Norton 56 to Ravenna 24. Cloverleaf 42 to Springfield 7. Streetsboro 48 to 6 from Coventry. Coventry's just it's going to be a long road for them.
It will.
It's going to be a real.
But they got to win. They got to win this year.
Okay.
But one win.
One win. All right.
Yes.
Mogadore 28 to Malvern 14. Northwest. I'm not even going to say the score. Can we just pull the clip up? Because this is how it ended right here. Moon Man, can you bring up that clip that someone was oh so nice to send to us? Uh-oh.
Here we go. The pregnant pause.
Anticipation.
I know. The score is tied.
Down. 32-29. That kid hits that. How far is that?
A distance. I didn't see exactly how
He
far.
says a distance. He just dodged it. He didn't
I
know.
did. I don't know
the
answer.
I didn't know.
But I do know that Triway was the favorite in the pack coming in.
Really?
And Northwest kind of punched him in the
I
mouth.
didn't quite realize they were the favorite. I
Yeah.
didn't realize
Triway with their
was that
quarterback.
much of a favorite.
Kind of everyone was thinking in the pack it was Triway's year. Triway Manchester. Northwest, just John DeMarco never forgets how to coach. Every year his team is prepared.
That guy doesn't miss anything. Ever.
Every year.
I enjoyed when I interviewed him. I think it was like 2 years ago. Guy is just pure energy. Most of the interviews we were doing, he wanted to do it right outside the stadium, middle of the day, just raw. That guy, honestly, he's enjoyable to watch how he continuously year in year out has Northwest playing well.
When you look at football coach, if they had it in the dictionary, his picture would be right next to it.
Wow. What would my picture be next to it?
Well, we're not going to go there right now.
All right. See? Tim doesn't want to play along.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along here, guys. Northwest, like I said, 32-29 over Triway. McKinley blanked Glen Oak with a 0, and they threw up 38. It's a lot out of McKinley, and we're going to talk about them when?
Yes, later.
A little bit later.
Absolutely.
Jackson, 33 over Mayfield 6. Massillon, 35 over a team out of New York called Bennett, who had 0.
Yes.
Surprisingly, Tim, this was a home game for Massillon.
How many home games?
I don't know. They've only had I think they have like 9 away games.
9
away games. Is it 9 away games?
9.
No, not so much.
Where are they tonight?
They're home.
Of course.
Shocker. Okay. Good one tonight, though. A good one tonight.
It is.
Right? It's gonna. I'm going. I'm excited, but look at how much my face just lit up. I'm going there tonight. So I got some guests coming with me. It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna be
good stuff.
It's gonna be a good time tonight when they take on St. Ed's. Louisville 45 over Marlington 7. East Canton 37 over St. Thomas. And here we go, right off the rip, because this is where I can't. I'll do that.
We're gonna try and scroll it, but we can't.
This is where I miss Mike.
This is where we have paper.
Exactly.
So East Canton is where you left off. Is that right? Fairless.
What you guys are watching is my
Fairless 49, Tusky Valley.
There it is.
7. Yeah.
It's okay, Tim. Keep going. I like it.
Orville 38, Tuslaw 7. Some more pack action.
You like the pack.
Minerva 47, Sandy Valley 12.
Okay.
All right, you can pick it up. You got to scroll down.
We're good. Keep going. Like
Salem 49.
Let's share the love here a little bit.
Canton Central Catholic 20.
Okay.
Carrollton 16, Howland 10, West Branch 27, Cheney.
Okay,
6.
I'm going to totally jump off topic, and this is a little bit West Branch. You mentioned West Branch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback a couple years ago.
Yep.
Have you seen his name anywhere in the news lately?
The Shields?
Oh,
yes.
I am so sorry to do this, but he played high school once before, so this is relevant. Drew DeShields is special, and he's at Kent State. So if you're not watching Kent State football, I would 100% be watching it.
Great
because Drew DeShields, and you know what, really, this is another backstory to really segue completely off topic. a couple of weeks ago when they're playing and he comes in at halftime, I had a nice little bet going that Kent State was going to lose by a certain amount of points. At halftime, they made that adjustment to Drew Shields. I was sitting in my car, and when I heard that name, I was like, oh, I'm going to lose. He came in and threw for like 200 yards in the middle of the game.
He is a player.
It was impressive. It was very impressive.
You missed one up top, so I'm going to go back to get it. Woodridge, 48, Field 35.
Oh, you got to give
the Bulldogs.
That's the CVCA in you. You got to share that love over there with Woodridge.
Crosstown.
It is, man. I get it. Yep. I get it. USA Today Network Ohio Super 25 poll is out, and who's sitting atop of it? Somebody we're going to talk about again here in a little bit. St. Ed's is sitting in the 1 spot. Other notables around this area, Hoban sitting at 5 and Walsh at 6. Those two are going to be taking on each other next week. More than likely, both going to be undefeated, and it will be exactly what we think.
Another battle.
I'm very interested, and I'm not going to be here, and 100% it's going to be a pick'em game. So it'll be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Other ones that are sitting around, Highland, who I've talked about an awful lot this year, sitting in Division II, is sitting at 11 in that. And Glenville, somebody else we've covered, Coach Ginn. I don't know if you didn't get to see us. We got to interview him, Tim.
I heard it was great.
Oh, it was one of the funnest. I'm always going to talk about how great it was because no one will ever see it. So you have to admit that it was great because I said it was, and I'm full of it. Other teams from around here, Wadsworth at 16. Oh, Indian Valley. Don't want to take away from them. They're at 14. Who else we have? Wadsworth's at 16. Massillon's at 17. And the last two, 23, 24, McKinley and Lake. And who's 25?
I think they're a little high.
Really?
I do. This is the entire state. CVCA 25. So
where do you put them in there if they're moving up in that list?
If they're moving up, I don't think they belong on the list, to be honest with you. This is the top 25 in the state.
Wow.
So
wow.
I'm going to tell it like it is.
Wow.
I do think they believe.
I was not expecting this out of you.
This is the top 25 in the state.
Wow. Yeah.
I think that's a little high, to be honest with you. I think CVCA is loaded this year with 17. If you could pick one team
to replace them at 25, who would it be?
Oh, good gracious. There's a lot of teams in the state. I haven't even thought through that. I knew we'd be talking about this today, and I saw CVCA come in here at 25. And the team is loaded with 17 seniors back from a year ago. They've got an outstanding running game, but this is the top 25 in the state. That would be the highest that CVCA has ever been, and they probably have their best team ever. But the first 3 weeks have been they've not been tested.
Okay.
They'll be tested tonight, and we'll get to that a little bit later. I guess maybe now.
Yeah, let's stay on it.
Yeah,
let's stay right on it.
The Royals are on the road at Boardman. The first string has not played in the second half this season.
No, because you guys are playing 7 stringers at running back, and
the Royals have not yet punted this year. It's week 5.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
So I'm a little worried about tonight.
You're making a very solid. All right. Well, if you had to pick it,
you
can't pick it.
I can pick. We're not broadcasting the game tonight, so okay. I think the Royals are about a 2-touchdown favorite according to Fantastic 50. I think it's about right.
Okay.
But Boardman is the opponent tonight, who just went up to Maple Heights last week and beat them by 2 touchdowns, a team that won a game in the Region 9 playoffs a year ago, a team that was undefeated and in the top 4 in the region. So I think the best thing that Boardman could have done to wake up the Royals and make sure they weren't resting on any laurels is win by 2 touchdowns at Maple Heights. So it'll be a great game tonight. But the Royals, I think, have to prove something against good teams before they get consideration for a top 25 in the state. So I think they can. I just think that that's a little bit lofty and maybe some local bias. I'm not sure if the Beacon Journal is involved in this poll, but I think they've got to earn it.
So are you still? You just like being the underdog? Is it because the spotlight's kind of growing a little bit?
There are 700 teams in Ohio.
There are.
Yeah,
there absolutely are. And
I think
25. If you look at 25, CVCA they had a nice run last year in the playoffs.
Put it this way: the Cleveland.com poll has them at 19 in Northeast Ohio. 19. This is 25 in the state. That seems, there's a lot of really good teams downstate in the Cincinnati area, in the Columbus area. Yeah, exactly. There's none of that on this list.
No.
And
Pickerington North is Columbus.
I'm
looking at it. Olatangi's tough.
Yeah.
Watterson. St. Xavier, right? They're Cincinnati.
They are. Where's the Toledo teams on this list? I don't see a one.
Canton Central Catholic was a team that I have for the last few years. We've seen them make some state championship runs and wins. They lost a few right out of
TCC.
the gate.
They lost to Walsh out of the gate.
Walsh is turning into a favorite. It's going to be a sleeper pick for a lot of people because they're tricky good and their defense is stacked.
Yeah. So let me come back. Circle back here.
Yeah, bring it back to reality.
So for the CVCA folks that are watching, and I'm wearing the CVCA logo, and I'm on the air every Friday night when they're at home. This is not a diss on the Royals whatsoever. The Royals are loaded. I think they're going to have a good run.
One of the best teams.
Yeah. It probably is the best team they've ever had.
I think you should just enjoy the 25.
I think we'll enjoy 25 for this week, and I think we'll take it as we get it.
I hope it comes back and next week you're at 22 and you're more uncomfortable than you were sitting at 25 today. Seriously.
I knew you'd be asking about this, and I just think that's 700 teams in Ohio. There's a lot that's out there.
I agree. Seeing this, there's not a lot of Cincy teams on there, and even Columbus, and like you had mentioned, the Toledo. When you're looking at, but these are the seven teams that we talk about all the time are right up there. And it's across all those divisions. So
this week,
Pick'ems,
Boardman. Next week, Lake Catholic, Holy Name, NDCL. You'll know a lot more about the Royals in a month.
You guys should roll through that.
We'll hope so.
But again, you guys are taking on a schedule that was very similar to what Walsh was in, correct?
That's right.
So I saw that for 2 years, and it's hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there was some games where it was like, are we really getting battle tested? And I think that's where the difference where Walsh's schedule. I want to see Walsh somehow slide St. Ed's onto the schedule.
That would be something.
Now, this is real quick. Unfortunately, we had saw that Ursuline officially canceled the remainder of the season. Remainder of the season's completely done. So when you start looking at their schedule, there's a few teams on there, St. V, Walsh, that are not local teams. Who are they going to pick up? Who are they going to play?
Yeah.
I was looking at some schedules, and St. Ed's, who this is a nice segue into our pick'ems, has to play a team out of Canada.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just call up north and say, hey, don't come down. We're going to Walsh and St. Ed's are going to go at it that week instead. You want to talk about starting some conspiracy stuff? That might be the way to go.
That would be a battle.
I know. Look at me. That's in a perfect world.
Trying to speak it into existence.
Yeah, exactly.
If it happens,
just throw it out there.
Like you saw it first today.
Knights. Well, the Knights, who do they play tonight? Fires. I don't even know who Hoban plays tonight. It's next week. That's the game that we want to be able to follow.
How about this week? Pick'ems.
Let's get into some pick'ems. Let's recap last week. Everyone went 4-1. Mike, me, fans, everyone.
Did I hear right that that's your first loss in like a month?
Maybe. Look at that smile.
Yeah,
Look
you're
at that
happy
smile.
with that.
I am. It's just funny because it's been I'm on the season. The fans and Mike are both sitting at 16-4, and I'm at 18-2. So yes. What I like to do is I like to lose one and then go 10-0. And then I lose one and go 10-0.
You were pretty prideful last week about that 10-0 streak. I watched it.
So, well, I think I was prideful because I had no clue that it happened.
And so there's that.
And
there's that.
When you realize it on air, you're going to get nothing but sarcasm instantly from me. You know how it goes.
So who'd you lose?
Last week, my loss was, well, let's run them down and we'll figure out how each one went. Glenville, St. Ed's. St. Ed's took them out 28-14. Did not lose that one. Everybody went the exact same way.
Everyone went with Ed's.
Twinsburg, Stowe. Twinsburg 45-21. Fans, myself, Mike, all picked the exact same there. The one that I lost was this Mayfield one.
This one surprised.
I picked bad.
Yeah, well,
I picked really bad.
The Polar Bears.
33-6.
Yeah.
33-6, Tim. Like, how do you pick a team and then you get beat? Your team gets beat 33-6. That's like picking the Browns this past weekend. I teased them up to 17 and got murdered on that pick. Okay, that's the same way. 33-6 is not happening.
You picked the Browns against the Ravens.
How do you not take 17 points? You know how hard it is to get beat by 17 in the NFL?
You're paying attention for the last 25, 30 years. That's
team name starts with Cleveland.
Yes.
So Mike picked Jackson. He won that. That's where he was up. Where he gave it right back to me was the Poland Canfield.
Yep.
That's where the fans also took Poland. Was the only one that took Canfield. So I kind of looked a little smart.
35-13.
Yes. And then we did Orville Tussle 38-7. So I'm trying to do better. One thing that I'm prideful about is when I pick these, I want these games to be close. And these don't sound very close. So it doesn't sound like I'm picking very good games. Well, at least in my mind, that's how it goes.
You had a lot of teams with winning records.
Yeah, absolutely.
Close games. Speaking of teams with winning records.
Yes.
Yeah. This week's picks.
Go
for it.
Right off the bat, here we go. We have St. Ed's traveling down, surprise, surprise, to Massillon to take on the Tigers this evening. going to be one of those games that St. Ed's is going to have to settle down right off the rip and be able to understand that the atmosphere of Massillon is real, pride and true. I'm awfully excited to go down there again to start, the night off. I have ideas to maybe potentially make it a few other places, but
we'll see how that game goes.
Last time I did it, I was there and I didn't want to leave the Glenville game. It was great. I mean, it was absolutely electrifying.
Outstanding game, week 1.
And that's what I think Massillon can do if the fans get into it. They have had a little bit of up and down quarterback play, Manny Patterson, but he's a junior. They're young at Massillon, and they are still at the end of the day playing a difficult schedule. I mean, I know I tease about it and I get on it, but Massillon's one of those schools that people love to hate them, but if you're there, you see why you can absolutely fall in love with this place, because it's
like an experience like no other.
It's like there's a dome, okay? And nobody knows football outside of this area. You start talking about Buckeyes or Browns, they're like, who? It's just Tiger Central. Okay. I'm jealous. I wish I would have went there, because just, it's one of those that, like, how could you not get into it? And I think that's what Massillon's going to need to be able to do to hang in this game with St. Ed's, because St. Ed's is a very, very, very disciplined, good team. And I think it's going to be a tough battle for Massillon, and they're going to have to play pretty sound. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, you never want to take the comparative, but you've got the comparative in Glenville. Right? You've got the week 1 game where Glenville went down there and won.
Yep.
You've got the game with Ed's last week, I believe, where they took care of Glenville. That's the common denominator here. So you were absolutely right. There's nothing like Tiger Stadium. Nothing at all. And if you don't come out ready to play, you get overwhelmed, then they're going to take you to town.
Yeah. I think if they get behind quick, like Glenville was up on Massillon going into halftime and Massillon clawed back. I don't see if Ed's is up on Massillon going into halftime the same similar way. It's not, Ed's isn't going to let off the gas pedal. They're too seasoned. How many state championships? It's countless. Yeah. So I fans took St. Ed's. I'm going to take St. Ed's.
And I'm going to take them as well to sweep.
Do we know who Michael took? We have those, correct?
We do. He took.
Who's he take? Oh, I'm sorry. He took St. Ed's. Okay, there's the picture right there. I see it.
So
I can cheat. I can cheat now. All right. Yes.
Don't look down at the bottom.
This is like high school all over again. Here comes a 1.8 all over again. I'm gonna do it. All right. So moving on. Twinsburg 4-0. This is the 4-0 game. Twinsburg and Wadsworth. Have to put this on as a pick 'em. Wadsworth. You got the sheets up. Let's hear it. Come on, Tim.
Well, all right. So here's my deal. Twinsburg, Wadsworth. Twinsburg. First off, what a season so far.
Okay.
4-0. Beat Aurora in overtime.
Shocker.
I mean, that's a big deal.
That was a big win for them.
The next couple of weeks, though, Wadsworth, Hudson, Nordonia.
It's going to get tough.
I think Twinsburg is going to have a great season, but I think reality comes tonight. Yeah. Wadsworth, 4-0, outscoring their opponents 175-28.
Dude, they're throwing up some major points. They're throwing up a lot of points. It's a lot.
I want to say go Tigers, just like they said down at LSU. But
the fans went Wadsworth. I can give you the cheat code. Mike looks like he's taking Wadsworth.
I'm going Wadsworth.
And I'm going to go Wadsworth as well. So, all right, no separation between.
All right.
All right. Moving along, we have Hoover, another 4-0 game. Okay. Hoover and Louisville taking on one another down there at Leopard Stadium.
The 103rd meeting all time.
Really?
103. When I read that.
What's the record of the
don't ask me about that.
You can't, man. You can't do that to me. I'm gonna think about that all day.
We'll put it in the comments. How's that?
I forget to somebody. If somebody out there looks that up right now, please put that in the comments. I would love to be able to see that. Exactly. 103.
This is a
I would
rivalry.
have to say it's a.
Good game
I would
to
give
pick.
Hoover the advantage of probably winning this evening.
Right.
I'm going to take.
Taking Hoover.
Oh, okay. You're taking Hoover?
I'm asking you.
I'm going to take Hoover.
All right. So I'm looking at this game. Hoover's won 5 in a row in this series and 8 of 9. Last year, 23-16 Hoover, but Louisville gave them a game. It's at Louisville, 4-0, best start in years.
Yes.
I think this game comes down to the final quarter, the final drive. And at home, I'm taking Louisville. Mike, you got to stick with that one. I just have a feeling. He's calling that game.
Mike's calling that game. Mikey, pay attention, bud.
If you lose this, Mike, it's on me.
I think Tim just sent you down the river there. I'm just messing. I'm teasing. That sounds messed up. My face.
I just have a feeling about this game. I think that it is Louisville's year to kind of rise up and take one in this rivalry, which has gone all the way of Hoover for almost the last decade.
Yeah.
So.
Well, enough of these 4-0 teams.
It'll end up 33-6, and I'll lose. Who knows?
Let's work some 3-1 teams in here, right? We got McKinley traveling right down Tuscaroras over to Perry. So down in that whole area tonight, if you are traveling on Tuscaroras, you better be ready for some traffic because Massillon and Perry are both hosting games tonight. God forbid Canton Central Catholic has a home game. It'll really be rocky. You're going to have to get moving. Perry last week traveled over to Lake. Didn't go as planned. The running game really got stifled. Lake's defense really bottled them up, and you could kind of see the toll taken on Perry. I've also seen Perry play Canton Central Catholic this year, who I thought Canton Central Catholic had a really solid team, but they've lost. I think they're 0-4, but the way that they play doesn't play like an 0-4 team. So I want to preference that. Perry's based a lot on their physicality and trying to pound the ball. McKinley, I don't think people quite realize that McKinley is being built, and it's building a little bit quicker than I think some people are really realizing. The new hire down there is paying dividends. And one thing that's always been said about McKinley is if they buy in, if you can get the kids to buy in, show up day in, day out, focus, really hold that mentality of family first, McKinley is a sleeping giant. That's my take. What's yours, Tim? I mean, if I didn't pick mine yet, but that's kind of my take on it. Yep.
Well, you're absolutely right about all those things. Both teams, new coaches this season, right? But coaches that are familiar with each other from their past stops. Harding is the common denominator.
Ooh, I see what you're doing. You really did look into all
I did
this.
have to look at. I mean, I got to do some research, right?
I like this.
Harding, McKinley with a win. 43-25. Perry 25-15. Both teams beat Harding.
Okay.
McKinley had a little bit of a wider spread. I think this is a touchdown game, and I think it goes McKinley's way by about that score.
The fans, we got some fans down there, and they're taking Perry. So right. Perry Panthers that are watching, we love that you guys are voting. Or this could have been potentially maybe some of the Massillon fans, because we did have them both up on the same poll. And I don't think Massillon's going to vote for McKinley, so they're automatically going to take Perry. Probably because they're going to share that love, because that's the offensive line coach, correct?
I think so.
From Massillon is now the head coach at Perry, and he's been off to a great start. Myself, I am taking McKinley, because I just think that it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see McKinley and Massillon in that last week. We've highlighted that for 3 years now, and I think this might be the first year.
Ohio football right there.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one to be.
Mike went McKinley.
What?
For the record, Mike McKinley.
Mike's taking McKinley. Yep. Absolutely.
All right.
I could have picked that one for Mike. Mike, follow me. We're not going to let Tim pick anymore. He's already got you one loss, bud. You might as well go.
Come on now.
Come on. I'm telling you.
If that goes my way.
I have a history of picking winners. Ooh, shout out. Thank you so much. Our hall monitor basically just popped up here. Fannin, love this guy. You want to know why? I'm in a keeper league, and I drafted him. And when I drafted him, everybody looked at me like I was a moron. No lie. I think this kid is going to be one of the premier tight ends in the league. I'm in McKinley guy. So that's a great segue. I like that.
I like it.
The hall monitor's paying attention. I appreciate it.
A lot.
He's always watching.
All right, one more to go.
He's always there. Last one, 2 3-1 teams as well. Fairless and Orville take on one another. Had Orville on the schedule a little bit this year as pick'ems. I'm really liking the Red Raiders down there.
There is a difference between 3-1 and 3-1.
Oh, please enlighten me, Tim. Please.
Fairless.
Okay.
Sandy Valley.
Yeah.
Number 607. Remember I said 700 teams in the state?
Mm-hmm.
They beat Sandy Valley. Waynedale beat number 554. beat Tuskegee Valley, number 563. Not exactly a murderer's row, with all due respect to those schools.
Are you saying 560 out of?
This is Fantastic 50. Dr. Drew,
Okay.
if you follow his website, as he ranks all the teams in the state. And they lost to 394 Claymont, 7-6.
I'm taking Orville.
Yeah. Orville, big in this one.
Fans took Orville.
Yes.
We might have another one. I may have just went 5-0, and I think Mike just went 4-1.
All right. Well, we'll have to see.
4-1 too.
I think maybe.
I think you probably. We had some other people call in some stuff on the. Obviously, guys, you guys are following along. Go to the group. Follow it. It is running down there at the bottom right now. You guys see the ticker running across. Go there. Request to get in. Guys, again, want to preference it. Post and stuff like that. We're not approving them on there. Those are all, we just want to keep that pretty filtered. So I know a few people have put in post to games. How you go about that is we will put up an image. It's going to be a backdrop. It's lights, Friday night lights. There you go. It's a cool idea. We came up, a lot of people have copied it over the years, but Friday night lights, there it is. You guys see that? Go into the comment section, drop everything in there. That Northwest video that we got, Triway, that was 100% from a follower. They sent it over to us. Why would we not share that? So guys, if you drop them in there, we can also take those and potentially use them on here and highlight some of that. So when you're out this week, I know there's some games tomorrow, but this evening and you're enjoying it, drop a video on there. If there's a play happening, things like that, tell us who it was, what the score was. Guys, we'll bring it up. We'll show it on here. I think that's a lot cooler. I know I get the opportunity because of this platform to be able to show up to a lot of different games and be able to grab video. And I appreciate and love doing that. But fans, followers, please be able to, take advantage of that and post in there. Tim, where are you this evening?
We're going to head down to Boardman.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a nice drive.
Talk about drive. This is a long weekend.
Okay.
Boardman tonight.
All right.
Rock Island, Illinois tomorrow.
High school or college football?
Wheaton at Augustana. Got a son, 5th year at Wheaton. And
how long is that drive?
That is 9 hours tomorrow in the car to Rock Island.
Yeah, but you know how excited you'll be.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
How many of those games have you been to like that?
Pretty much all of them.
There you go.
Yeah,
and
there you go. That's what dads do.
That says exactly everything you need to know about Tim. He's nice enough to drive 15 hours. Okay, obviously he should for his kid because he obviously loves his kid. But he's even nice enough to step on and fill in for Mike and put up with me for like 35 minutes, which is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
You somehow get roped into this every year. Like
I'm once a year in this seat, I think it is. And you guys keep asking me back.
Hey man,
it's because I picked.
If you ain't doing that, come back again. I'm always open for it. I've enjoyed it.
The bottom line is get out and support your high school football team tonight, wherever you might be. Find a game, go. It's beautiful. Week 5, and it's just gorgeous.
It's gonna be
a great night. Be
a fun one. We're kicking off down there, like I said, at Massillon, St. Ed's, and then I'm hopeful to maybe just walk right up the street and pop in on that Perry McKinley game. So I'm going to try to catch 2 of the premier games down there in Stark County this evening. And you are heading out to Boardman.
Wow. Boardman, yeah, Youngstown area.
Just sounds like
put the highlights in the comments. Yes.
Always put the highlights in the comments and get out. Enjoy this evening, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying this Friday morning with us. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care. Stay safe, and see you guys next Friday.